The next thing we are going to see in this video are variables in Java. Variables are containers for storing data values with a given name, which we can later access in the program just by writing the variable name. Some rules for naming variables in Java are: 1. The variable must begin with a letter, underscore, or $sign. 2. Variable names can only include letters, numbers, underscores, and $signs. 3. Variable names are case sensitive. This means that they must be consistent with the different upper and lower case characters in the variable name wherever the given variable name is written. Variable names cannot be reserved words or keywords in Java. Reserved or keywords are words that are inbuilt to the Java programming language to mean or do something specific. And the last rule for naming variables is that variable names cannot have spaces in between them. For any variable name which consists of more than one word, for example, if we have a variable name small boy, we are going to write the first word all in lowercase characters like small, and then for the next word we will write first letter in uppercase character, which is uppercase B, and the rest of the word in lowercase. So this is known as the camel casing naming convention. Let's say if the word was small boy test, the test will have a capital T and then the rest of its letters in lowercase character. So this is how to name variables in Java. Now note that each variable must be declared a data type. A data type is simply a word which indicates the kind of data which a variable can store. For example, we may specify the data type of a variable as int, meaning that this variable can only store integers or whole numbers. I am going to paste the list of the most common data types in Java which you will need to use most of the time along with some of their characteristics. The first common data type we have is the int data type. This stores whole numbers of size 32 bits over the range of approximately negative 2.147 billion to 2.147 billion positive. Now the next is long. This stores larger whole numbers of size 64 bits over the approximate range of negative 9,223 billion to positive 9,223 billion. The next data type is float. This stores 32-bit decimal numbers over the range of plus or minus 3.4e plus 38. The next we have is double. This stores 64-bit decimal numbers over the approximate range of plus or minus 1.7e plus 308. The next common data type is char. Char is used to store single characters of size 16 bits. After char we have string. String stores a sequence of characters. It can store from about 0 to 2 billion chars. And finally, the last one we will see is boolean. This is used to store values that can either be true or false. So above are the common data types we have in Java. Now that we have already seen the common data types in Java, let's actually see how to work with variables. So I will first declare an integer variable to store the age of a person. I will declare that by writing the data type, which is int, and then followed by the variable name age, a semicolon at the end. Now I will initialize the age variable with a value of 25. I will say age equals 25. Now let's use another variable. I will declare and initialize a string variable at once to store the name of the person. To do that, I will write the data type, which is string. Take note that for the string data type, it begins with an uppercase S, and then the variable name is going to be name, and I will set it to the value of Alice. Now let's print a message that displays the name and age variables. So I'm going to say name. When printing variable names, we don't have to write the variable names within double quotes. If not, they are going to be printed as normal strings. So to actually write it as a variable name, we have to write it out of the double quotes. This means that when this is going to be executed, the name here is going to be replaced by the actual value of the name variable, which is Alice. So I will write name, give a bit of space, and then I will say plus double quotes, and then I will say within the double quotes we are writing regular strings now, which is going to, I'll just say is. So my intention is to print Alice is 25 years old. So I have printed Alice. So take note that when printing the variable names within the same printf message as a regular string, we have to use the plus sign to combine these variable names with our string. This is known as concatenation. So I will continue my message Now I'm going to write the age plus again, and then I will continue my string years old, and then full stop. Now I will add a semicolon at the end to mark the end of the line as usual. Okay, so we have the message name is age years old. Let's save and run this to see what the output looks like. So we see the message is displayed. Alice is 25 years